Hi, this is Lady Lex UK and this is a Dreams tutorial. I have made a cursor menu. It's been out for a few months now and I forgot to make the tutorial that went with it. What you have is a selection of menu options, and we have a cursor here that you can hover over and select one of these. So you would have something like start, controls, credits, whatever you wanted on your menu. You press the X button and that will activate a doorway. So what you would do is place this element. This is available in the Dreamverse if you don't want to make it yourself. You just need to alter the text in the text displayer boxes, and also when you come to make a menu, you can turn off the background and the lighting so you can have your own scene, and you can also delete, physically delete this group here to remove it, and you can delete that to remove it if you really don't want it, but this turns it on and off. And you need to put this into a scene. So you put this element into a scene, put your own background or whatever on it, then put that scene into a dream, and then link up these doorways to whichever scenes have got the things you want, like your game, a control page, or credits or whatever. You can also remove these. They don't have to be doorways. It may be that instead of going to a doorway, it just goes to another camera with some more text. It's entirely up to you. You can fiddle about with this, but this is my whole setup. So this is how it's done. You put down your text displayers, one text displayer for each of the menu items, and we need a cursor in order to select those menu items. So I've just made a very simple arrow here, and what I've done is I've named it cursor. The whole group is now called cursor. If it was just a single sculpt, then obviously you just make the single sculpt called cursor. And then I've slapped a controller sensor onto it and chosen follow imp on my imp page, gun style, force possession, and hidden. So the imp is controlling the movement of this arrow. Then once you've you place the arrow on your world, and then you start putting down your trigger zones, and you need to make sure the trigger zone can be activated by the cursor. So you want the cursor and the trigger zones to line up. That's quite important. Now, in order to get this all to line up, you need to place down your camera. Where you put your camera down is quite important for the angles. So make sure you've set all that up before you start fiddling about with trigger zones and getting everything in position. You've got to make sure everything looks right in the camera. And then the trigger zone is looking for the label of cursor. So it's not looking for an imp, it's not looking for a possessed controller sensor, it's looking for the object called cursor, which is following the imp. Okay. So once you've triggered a trigger zone, we've got to wire into a keyframe. This changes the color of the text, like so. All you do there is you slap down a keyframe and choose your color of your text, and then press record. That's it. That's all you need to do. So I'll do that now for you. So you put down your keyframe, you open up your text displayer, you choose the color that you want. It might help if I did this. There we go, like that. Press record. So this text now, if I just delete that one and wire that up, now when we hover, it will be yellow. So let's just see that. There we go, yellow text. So once you've chosen the color of the text, we've got the secondary text. This is, you can have this or not, it's up to you. This is what happens when you hover over it, this text appears. So this is also linked from detected, and you have one for each of the menu items. And then we have an AND gate. So we have wired from detected into there, and up here I've got a node that is linked to the X of our controller sensor. So what this is looking for is, are you hovering over menu 1? Did you press X? And if both of those are true, then it opens up the doorway. Same for this one, so detected, B, and then the X goes in there, doorway, and then again here, doorway. And that's basically it. I've got some text here that says press X to select, and that needs to display regardless of which one is activated. So I've put an OR gate in here and wired up all of the detection zones into there. So if any of them are triggered, then it will display that text. And that's basically it. And then I've just put a little scene in. I've used a sun and sky gadget to get a nice clean blue sky, and I've put some clouds and a sun in, and there we go, there's my scene. And you can put anything you like into the background of this, but like I say, you would stamp this element, you can stamp this element into your scene, and you can turn off, this turns off the sun and sky gadget and also the objects that I placed in for my design. So it now looks just plain, like so. And then you can put whatever you want in the background, whatever sky style you want, whatever picture you want, something relevant to your game. And there it is. Now you need to put that into a scene, save that as a scene, and then you can put that in a dream, and then you can link up all of these lovely doorways. So that's it. That's it, and that's available now in the Dreamweaverse. Let me just come out of it. It's called Cursor Menu, bracket Sky Background, and it's an element, it's not a scene, so you can place that into your scene and put whatever you want in the background. Like I say, you can delete all of this that you want. You could change that cursor to anything you want, pointing finger or whatever, and as long as that you name it cursor and the controller sensor is stamped to it, it will absolutely work. So you've got all the facilities there to do it, but it's already built for you so that you can use it. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll put a link in the description to the cursor menu so that you can try it out, and I'll catch you in your dreams.